Hello, LilyKatchum video. Today we're gonna take a look at XL Golett in the Open Great League. This Pokemon is going to get a double buff this season as well, having access to actually kind of a triple buff, but you cannot run all the moves itself. But you have access to the moves Mud Slap, you have the access to the move Astonish, as well as Shadow Punch. But not only this, you also have access to Brick Break. Brick Break is actually a very interesting move on this Pokemon, as it's going to allow you to drop the opponent's defense, which is very nice as you have a lot of hard-hitting fast moves. And so we're going to take a look at this one here today. We're going to have the Charger Bug in the lead, as well as we're going to have the Golurk in the back. So a double slapper team here is going to be for sure a fun one, as we will see the Crunch coming through here from the Charger Bug, knocking out an Altaria, and we will see the Bastion getting completely destroyed. Down goes basically, hopefully, the Wigglytuff. Let's see if they're gonna let the move go through. They decide to let the move go through here as well, which is great because now it is time for Golett to win this all. That is going to be a ridiculous one here, as you will see the Mud Step through. And as I said before already as well, we are going to be able to go ahead and go for the Brick Break and, yeah, destroy the opponent. Next opponent, Clotsire, a horrible lead for us. We're going to see the swap out straight away here. And that's going to be fine, because now we are going to be able to go for another Shadow Punch. That is going to be fine against that Feraligatr, and you can align your Pokemon later on as well. You actually said you use a Shield here. Interesting, you were going to win the CMP type for sure. But this would, I guess you kind of maybe want to get shields down from the opponent, which makes a lot of sense as well. Shields down is kind of also for the Golett there as well. But yeah, the Charger Bug is coming back in here. Go try to fully farm them down, taking a Hydro Candy here in the process. And also another one, as you know that they have a Clotsire, you know you have to rely on your final Pokemon here. Can Golett sweep the entire team? Maybe, because it's a Machamp, and Machamp is going to have no coverage for this Pokemon usually, unless it's running Payback, which is quite rare. And so it is going to go down here, and Golett is just going to be able to completely destroy a meta team here for the Open Great League on its own, going for the Shadow Punch, going to be able to, yeah, just slap them down here. You can use a shield on a potential Earthquake. I think your soul would easily swipe one anyway. But look at this. This Pokemon is just so hilarious. Even best buddied here as well at this point. That is quite nice. And we see the full farm now of this thing. Like, look at him. Next opponent coming through, we're going to have a Bastion in the lead. Horrible lead for you, but you're going to have a Golurk say so, and the Golett still in the back. We see a lot of damage coming through on the Victory Bell, trying to retaliate here. Definitely not an ideal matchup for you, as they do super effective damage, but you might be able to force 2 shields from the opponent if you want to use a shield here, which I do agree with as well, because if you have 2 shields down, I think Golett has a way better chance of winning in the back there as well. And so we see the Shadow Punch getting the shield from the opponent again, and you can just let it go through. Go back into your Charger Bug, getting up a Tier 1 Exeter to try to knock them out. Maybe you can go for the full farm now. I think at this point you could even try. Okay, they have such bomb, never mind. Just go for the Exeter then. You're gonna be able to go for the Exeter to knock them out here, and you can swap out straight away into the Golett. Having a shield advantage is huge, because you know already that this matchup is great, and it's going to be Cresselia in the back with the move Confusion. And this is lovely, because you can go for the Shadow Punch, and as you can see, that is going to 2-shot them, because you're gonna be able to get a ton of fast move pressure in here as well with Mud Slap, and that Cresselia is not gonna enjoy any of it. We will see the shield coming up here for sure, but you have to hope that he can still outspeed the opponent's final Pokemon here. So let's see. Or can you take a hit from Bastion? We will not find out yet, because we're gonna have the Brick Break coming through, dropping the defense, being double super effective no matter what you win this battle, because even your Charger Bug is going to be fine here. Stone Edge is not going to take the knockout either, and you win this battle. Dunsparce, a Pokemon that you want to use your backline for sure. We want to get out the Azurma, and I guess everything while you lose the lead is kind of working out the way you want it to. You have an ABB style line, you're gonna get out the Pokemon that you don't want to face with a Golurk, well, Golett as well, but just basically trying to still get some shields here from them, which is kind of cool. You're still gonna do a ton of damage against them, but you're also always going to be able to get the perfect alignment later on then with your Charger Bug, which is important. You try your best to still get to another move here, but you're gonna let the move go through, which is fine. Ice Beam coming through, well played by the opponent there to go straight for the charge move at least. Otherwise, you would have been able to be even in a better spot, but you can go for the full farm. Now in comes the Clotsire and Dunsparce, both of which are going to be quite weak against your Golett, and so you can just go ahead and go for that Brick Break, get some damage onto them, get the defense drop. I'll let the move go through here. It's going to be the Dig, actually. That is not ideal from the opponent. Don't know what they're doing here. You should go, of course, for the Drill Run. Dig got nerfed, and Dig is just, generally speaking, over as move anyway. We see the Glottsire coming back in here. You could just go for the Brick Break spam as well to try to drop the opponent's defense at this point. But that is a bit of a risky play, but you decide to go exactly for that, trying to get the drop of their defense here, which you're going to be able to do so while getting the shield as well, and this might be huge, because now maybe they're in range for a crunch from that Charger Bug, and that would be lovely for you as well. You know that they are running Sludge Bomb and Earthquake with this one as well now, which is great, because now Stone Edge is not a threat for you, but crunch would have been enough here anyway. Amoonguss, that is a funny one, because your backline is quite weak to this Pokemon. XL is coming through here. Fast move timing wise, I guess it's fine. I think the opponent went for... Okay, never mind. Like, I know, like, I feel like it would have been a bit better to overfarm by a bit more. But we will see the Sludge Bomb coming through here. You're gonna let the move go through. And I guess you're gonna try to hit this one, then swap out afterwards, I would imagine. You can swap out exactly into your Golurk. They do super effective hits, but you're also gonna be able to do quite a lot of damage with your fast move alone. Grass not coming through, and they are swapping out into the Feraligatr. Shadow Punch is going to punish them for sure as well here, as that is gonna get them kinda low. You're gonna use a shield here, maybe? No, you're actually gonna let the move go through and go back into your Charger Bug to try your best, I guess. Shield would have also made a bit of a sense. Oh, they're gonna go for a charge move. That is lovely. Like, if they didn't go for that, that would have been definitely a bit of an issue for you. But now it's down to Golett to win the battle. 2 fast moves advantage is going to be quite nice here for sure. Let's see what they have in the bag. It's going to be Glottsire again, and Glottsire has no play against this thing here. Golett is showcasing why it is so cool. Has a bit more bulk, I think, than Golurk as well. Has a bit of a different charge move there as well in terms of Brick Break compared to Dynamic Punch. Earthquake coming through, gonna get shielded, and you can go for the full farm down here nearly, but Shadow Punch is definitely gonna take down that Glottsire. They might wanna... Okay, I thought they might want to catch the move, but they didn't. And now it's down to that much up here, and you can go for the full farm down against the Amoonguss. Horrible lead for you, but we saw already before that this can be actually quite a beneficial thing for you, especially as you get out the Mandibuzz. I guess the combination of Charger Bug and Golurk is nearly perfect here, actually. It does make definitely a lot of sense to have them together like this, as you're gonna be able to counter those Charger Bugs, like the Pokemon with the Charge Bug usually, that are very good against Golurk, like Dark-type Pokemon, like those Water-type Pokemon, so it does make a lot of sense, or even Grass-type Pokemon, so combination of Charger Bug plus Golurk is a great one here for sure. You're gonna be able to go for the Exeter. The opponent doesn't know that this is not the discharge, but it is fine for you. You can take a hit, you can go for the full farm now and get a ton of energy. But the opponent's still going to be able to go for more charge moves against you as well. Again, you didn't really have a great start to the game, but you still have 2 shields, and 2 shields on the Golett is going to be great here, especially if they're going to have something in the back that you can deal with. Brick Break coming through. I like this play, but I think there's no way of winning this one. Here, you're going to be able to drop the opponent's defense, and as you're going to see, they're still going to do way too much damage against you, and you decide to forfeit. Finally, a positive lead for you. Superior definitely going to be great for you as well here, as you're going to have super effective coverage with your Exeter. They might want to go for a Leaf Tornado here. Let's see, it's going to be the Aerial Ace, which is way better for you, so you're going to have a great matchup for sure with your Charger Bug, as you're going to be able to go for that super effective Exeter, do a ton of damage, and overfarm by a bit here as well, apparently, as you're going to try your best to go ahead and go for the Aerial Ace. You can go for another move. This is going to be fine, as this is going to be enough to get the knockout. And let's see what is coming in next. It's going to be the Dunsparce. Your backline is going to be fine against Dunsparce. It's going to be able to resist the fast move. And so we are going to be in a solid spot here. Dynamic Punch is coming through next. Going to one-shot them if they let the move go through. And it is going to be enough to one-shot them. No, actually, sorry, with 1 HP in a Dream. It's going to be in the back here. The Charger Bug most likely later on then against the Feraligatr. That is not really ideal for you, but you can go to the Charger Bug. Are you going to use... You have to use a shield here. While Golett is cool at farming things down, you need to get the opponent a bit lower first in order to have a chance with a Golett. You might want to... Actually, I think you should always use both shields here on the Charger Bug. But actually, never mind. At this point, it's time to go into the Golett, use your shield here, go for the Mud Slap down, and win the battle like this, because 1 Mud Slap is enough. And so Golett is showcasing again what it can do. Moving on to the next opponent, we're going to have the lead of Golurk. I had to cut out actually a battle because they sent in apparently the exact same battle twice. But yeah, it is what it is. You're gonna see the dynamic punch coming through. The opponent is gonna call that one, and is gonna be a full farm down here now for them, but not before you can go for another shadow punch. I really like, by the way, that the Golett is non-shadow. I feel like this actually helps you quite a bit in those matchups so far, because a lot of them you would have been getting farmed down basically before you could have went for like several moves there. And so I really enjoy this one here for sure. I think like that's the thing as well. I feel like a lot of people are like a bit more too focused about shadow Pokemon. I feel like a lot of the shadow Pokemon are maybe a bit better even as non-shadow. So yeah, definitely interesting here to see some of the gameplay of that non-shadow Golett. For sure something I didn't expect to be that great, but it is definitely one of the strongest Pokemon I've seen so far actually here. Like, there's so much basically in this matchup, especially like you have like so many face-up scenarios where the Golett is getting exactly you into the position you want to be in, either getting the opponent super low or yeah, getting farm downs and stuff like this. So it's like really great there for you. But anyway, we can see the Golett here trying to win the battle on its own. You're gonna see the Golett coming in from the opponent, and keeping all the energy here is going to be great for you, because you're gonna get them super low, and low enough that you can farm them down with the Charger Bug, getting to another move here, and you should be able to win the CMP tie against the opponent as well with your Golett. And as you have a Shadow Punch still stored or Brick Break, you're gonna be able to knock out the opponent. Great play there. Next opponent coming up, we're going to have the Golett in the lead. That is going to be a very good lead for you, as your backline can struggle a bit against this thing here. It's going to be a flying type Pokemon that has access to Shadow Ball. Not ideal for Mud Slap users that are weak to Shadow Ball. So yeah, Poison Fang coming in here. Golett not ideal in the season anymore. Like, Golett is really outdated, I have to say. With a Wing Attack nerf, this Pokemon has no play at all right now. So would not recommend you to run this thing at all. And as you can see here as well already, this thing is struggling quite a bit. Losing Switch advantage and Shield advantage at the same time is kind of awkward for the opponent. I would have played here a bit differently. I would have went for one extra fast move for you, because the fast move timing is not ideal and you're very likely going to... Okay, you decide to let the move go through anyway. I guess you kind of want to rely on your backline. But with the Pokemon that you have, I felt like it would be a bit better to keep your lead a bit around. But I guess you can use shields here now. What you could have also went for would be the Golett and go for Brick Break, because it's a bit cheaper compared to the Dynamic Punch. But you do you, like, both versions are kind of fine. We'll see the No Shield coming in as well, as they're going to have in the back the Azumarill. So you have two ground type Pokemon against the Azumarill. Let's see on how this is going to go. We're going to see the first Shadow Punch coming through, doing some nice damage against them. And you could let the move go through, which I would have done, but you don't. You could swap out here actually. Okay. I would have swapped out first into the into your other small boy basically, because then the opponent doesn't get the free fast move in, and you can still go for the Shadow Punch later on the other one. But here you're gonna go for the CMP type, which also works out for you, and I think you're still gonna be fine. But yeah, some small things there I would have been a bit like doing a bit differently there, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, to be fair. Next opponent, Clotsire again in the lead here, a common Pokemon in the current meta. We see the Golett trying its best to fully farm them down, as we will see the Feraligatr coming in. This Pokemon is gonna not enjoy the Shadow Punch, but we're gonna get a shield advantage here, which is great, and a double shield advantage it's going to be, as the opponent has to use a shield here for sure. And they're still gonna be forced to go for a charge move, and they go straight away for one, which is so silly by them, because they could have at least got a bit more energy. But now you're in a, like, basically perfect spot here. Like, you're gonna be able to go for the full farm down there. You don't even have to use a shield here, and I do agree with this play as well. You might have to use a shield on the next one, because I should get to another one in time, but they don't even, and so you have a ton of energy here. You have a perfect matchup with the Clotsire against your Golett, and Golett is gonna be able to go ahead and destroy that Clotsire, doing super effective fast move damage, and you're just gonna go for the full farm now, which I really like there. Just use a shield, go for the full farm down, have a ton of energy against whatever wants to come in next, as you are gonna go for the full farm, and you have 100 energy, and it's going to be a Superior in the back. Going for the Brick Break, you still have that XL lurking in the back, and you can go for the combo play of going for Brick Break, Shadow Punch, and now the swap out into your Scissor there as well, and the Charger Bug is going to be able to clean up this battle. What a game, what nice gameplay as well. Thanks so much for sending in those battles, and I'll see you later for a different video. You can actually vote currently in the community tab what video you want to see later on as well, so check that one out, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.